This has the potential to be the best Python rickroll ever. So let's get started. Let's name it something like guessing game. Okay. Let's just name this guesser, because we don't need to make it very obvious that it's a rickroll. So let's start by importing the modules we need. First we need random. Okay, the main idea for while I import the modules we need, I'll explain what this is about. This program will start out to be an average small guessing game, but once the game is finished we start our job. Okay, we have imported all the modules. Now let's start by creating a function which will do the recording for us, and let's just say pass here. And now let's create the main guessing game. Now first, once you start the program, it has to create a random number which is supposed to be guessed by us. So let's say random equal to random dot randint, and it must be within 0 to 10. And now let's give the player 3 chances to guess it. So let's say for I in range 3, input is equal to guess is equal to input, and let's ask the user to guess the number. And then if the guess is equal to random number, I missed the equal to here. If the guess is equal to the random number, we need to print. We forgot to do something. We need to also keep track of the number of guesses. So let's create a guess number variable in the top here, and then once we do this, we have to let's say let's make this a formatted string and say you have guessed it in guess number tries, and then else just else you have to guess number, you have to keep adding to the guess number. And now once we do this, we have to add to the guess number equals to 1, and then we need to put this inside an other if loop where it checks if the number of guesses are over. So we do that by saying guess numbers equal to 3, not guess numbers equal to 3, and then else. Let's come to that first. Okay, now if we win, the game ends, and let's start by saying RICKROLL, and else you have to just add guess, and if all the 3 tries are over, also you need to. And now inside this function, first let's start by initiating pygame. We need to do this. Let's just open 10 tabs with the song running in it. So let's say for I in range 10, and then inside this we will say web browser dot open, and most probably the user will have the browser open. So first we need to input the URL here, and then the mode I'll say 2 for now, which means it will open a new tab, and then true. Once we create a new tab, we need to automatically put the browser in the front and show it to the user. And now once we initiate Pygame, we have to create a window. This is just the basic Pygame stuff. Oh, sorry. Set mode, and then let's say 500 by 500. Oh, we need to pass in a tuple. And now, okay, now let's set the name of this window to be set set caption, set caption. Oh, sorry, it's pygame dot, I keep forgetting the syntax. Pygame dot display dot set caption, and then let's say you have been rickrolled. And then now let's create a new font, and we need to create some text for our we need to create some text to tell the user that they have been rickrolled, which is will be pretty obvious by now, but just to mark them, please equal to pygame dot font, and then let's say free sans bold dot ttf, and then let's say the size to 32. And now let's create a text object which is equal to font dot render, and then let's create a new text variable here. Text is equal to, for now let's have it as and then let's pass in the text. Then let's pass in the text, and then on screen is equal to true. Now let's set the color to be red. We want them to be annoyed, right? Now we set the text object. Now let's get the rectangle in which that text is located equal to text object dot get rect, and then we have to position it in the center. Text rectangle dot center, and then we need to pass 500 by 2, and instead of getting decimal, let's just round it off, and then let's say 400 by 2, flat division. Okay, now we need to annoy the user even more by giving notifications. So let's say for I in range as usual 10 notifications, and then say layer dot notification dot notify, and then the title will be you are being, I'm sorry, I don't know anything else, rickrolled, and then in the message get rickrolled. Okay, and then now let's go into the while loop and start executing our Pygame. And at the first step, we need to draw the text to our screen. It's raining outside, so I hope you can hear it. Please don't consider it disturbing. I can't do anything. Text object, and then the text rectangle. And now let's say while for I in pygame dot event dot get, and then if I is equal to pygame dot quit, then let's say the text is equal to once the user closes it, it's not close that easily. We need to make sure that it closes only after 5 minutes, and then finally let's say text is equal to closing, and we need to tell it to the user, right? So let's say closing in 5 minutes, and then we need to update the text object, so let's reference it once more and let's merge it. I think I need to talk a bit more loudly. Okay, I will. And now let's get this pasted in here, and for now let's just add a simple background for this, which will be black. And now once again we need to update the screen if there's a change. So let's say pygame dot display dot flip, and then we put a time dot sleep, and then 5 minutes is nothing but 5 into 60, which is 5 into 60 seconds, and I'll input that. And once it's done, let's put pygame dot quit. But for this tutorial we can't be waiting 5 minutes for it to close, so I'll just specify 5 seconds pygame dot quit, and then let's quit the program. Sorry, I forgot to do this. We need to get the type of this, and then finally every frame we have to update the window. So let's say pygame dot display dot flip. Yeah, let's do one more thing. Let's just add a print statement once we lose the guessing game. Let's say print you have ran out of guesses. Now let's give this a quick run. Let's say 3. Okay, we guessed it properly and it has started.
He's a software developer, a great one I might add.
Yes, I am.
But he wanted to be greater. He was being a great project manager. So he got ClickUp. Now he's a software developer, a great one I might add.
Yes, I am.
All you want to do, docs, goals, and more, all in one tool.
Oh, sorry, by the way, we did some mistake, which is text rectangle dot center, and then instead of doing this we have to do this. Now let's give it a quick run, and 4, 5 and 6 ran out of guesses. It opens it. That's it. If you have some annoying friends, use them on them, and make sure to thank me by subscribing.